Ladies and gentlemen, we are now about to begin the gold medal match for women's senior recurve.
Hello and welcome to the 2022 AAE Arizona Cup.
Will be Casey Koppel, and on target number 2 we have Catalina Noriega.
Target number 1, Casey Koffeld, and target number 2 is Catalina Noriega.
All right, target 1, Casey Koppel.
Casey receiving a strong round of applause, followed by an equal one for Catalina.
Both of these archers have had amazing days throughout the day. Casey's pretty much 6-0'd almost every competitor she's gone against.
Catalina fought her way from qualifying 6 all the way to the gold medal match. So it should be a very interesting match to see the #1 women's recurve in the U.S. versus the Olympic alternate for 2020.
Both archers are currently shooting 70 meters. They're going to be shooting this match in set points, so each archer will shoot 1 arrow at a time. Each one of them will shoot 3 arrows total, and whoever has the highest score will get 2 points.
9.
That arrow looks like it scored a 9. If the archers have a tie score after 3 arrows each, they each receive 1 point. The first archer to 6 points wins the match.
8.
Catalina's first shot is an 8, giving Casey a 1-point advantage.
10.
And we'll keep that advantage.
Looks like it's a long hold here for Catalina. Just out. Oh, they seem to have called it a 10 actually.
Long hole pays off, but
9.
Catalina here can tie the set with a 10.
Well, that was actually claimed a 10. So maybe Casey did clinch that set. Beautiful shot.
A good finish there. We'll see what the official scores are as our arrow agents and judges go down to score the targets.
This is the first USAT of 2022, and these archers will be competing for points to get onto the U.S. team to compete for at World Cups. Catalina Noriega is current youth Olympian and is probably going to make her World Cup debut this year. Casey Koffeld, a veteran of the sport.
They'll both be competing at one of the first 2 legs of the World Cups. Catalina will be competing in Turkey, and Casey will be competing in South Korea for stage 2. It looks like that was a 10. Casey takes the first set, leading 2-0.
29-28. Amazing ends for both archers.
Especially in this wind. It's been switching back and forth all day, and it seems to be picking up the later it gets.
Yeah, with winds like here at Arizona, you really have to be confident in your shot and execute a strong shot.
Casey, we have a 10-9-9 for 28, and for Catalina, 10-10-8 for 28.
And it looks like
apparently we were wrong.
Casey's was demoted to a 9 and 28 for both the archers.
Casey will once again be shooting first as the scores are tied, and will revert to the original shooting order.
Ooh, that one's just out a 9. The wind does seem to be picking up for this shot. And seemed the arrow drifted off into the 7.
Long Cold didn't seem to help her that time.
Really quick shot by Casey. Another one in the gold. It's a good shot to follow up on.
She seems to fix her mistakes. Still slightly left though. Wind really gusting here.
But that wind picking up.
Doesn't seem to affect her though.
Nope, that's a 10. So Casey will clinch that set and give herself a 3-1 lead. Wind's picking up. Judges seem to have called that an 8. Currently the archers are talking to their coaches. It looks like Kaylene is talking to her dad, who's in her coach's box.
Yeah, they seem to just be, he's been trying to keep her head in the game and keep her laughing, smiling, and not focusing on the bad shots, but trying to keep focus on the whole match. With the set system, one bad arrow will not kill you, and it's very easy to come back.
So basically the archer just needs to put this end behind her, shoot 3 more good arrows, and it can even up the match again. The wind is howling currently. It's a tailwind. How does that normally affect your arrows?
Usually it will affect them high, but most of the time it just affects the archer, as we're just basically giant windsocks on the field and trying to keep your sight into where you want to aim it's the name of the game. And then executing a
good shot with a confident aiming port. Absolutely.
All right, scores have been confirmed. Casey Koppel, 10-9-9.
It is official. Casey's now up 3-1. That means Catalina will shoot first in this next set.
24, hence the 3-1 sets points.
Catalina's going to want to come out strong, shooting really good arrows to put the pressure on Casey.
And the wind is not helping her in the slightest here, as it is really gusting.
Well, the wind's for both archers, so it's fun to see these top archers deal with this wind and put some good shots downrange. Lots of focus on this shot.
And nice shot.
That's what you need when you're trailing in a match. Whoop. As you can notice on these archers, Catalina's actually right-handed and Casey's a left-handed archer, so they're actually facing away from each other. So how does that affect one in a right to left wind or left to right wind?
You'll see archers, right-handed archers, have a little bit more trouble with a right to left wind, just because the arrow can be blown off the rest, while the opposite way would blow it into the riser. So you have less chances of errors.
Understood. Catalina's got 2 amazing shots down there, 2 10s, so she can actually pull this match back to a tie with anything in the gold. Ooh, that one just got caught by the wind, so Casey can tie this end up with a 10 and bring the match 4-2.
And she does.
2 close line shots, but looks like the match will be 4-2. One more set from Casey and the match could be over.
The match will end with once an archer reaches a score of 6, but if each archer gets a score of 5-5, we go down to a single arrow shoot-off closest to the center, and all bets are off at that point. It's just you can shoot an X and
win,
still lose.
Yeah, it's because one arrow closest to center, all you can do is shoot your best one arrow. Everything's riding on a singular shot. Both archers are currently waiting for the scores to be verified, trying to gauge the wind and figure out where they're going to be aiming for their next shots in the upcoming end. It actually looks like Casey has a 9 down there, so the match will go 3-3. We will be guaranteed 2 more sets of this match.
All right. For Casey Kaufhold, we have 10-9-8 for a 27, and Catalina has a 10x8 for 28. Catalina earns the 2 points for the set. We are now tied at 3-3.
And now that we're tied, Casey will be shooting first on target 1 as we get to go again in this very close match.
Both archers are shooting
Casey
phenomenally
will
right
shoot
now.
first for this game.
Ooh, that one,
7.
not the start you want to be starting on.
No.
Can Catalina capitalize on this? She does. An X.
X.
Beautiful shot.
Casey really needs to put someone here in the gold to put pressure back on Catalina.
9.
9. She
9.
does. Wind is picking up.
Long hold. Just need to be
8.
There's only 2 points difference between the two archers right now. Casey's at full draw.
8.
He seems to be blown off by the wind on that one.
The wind is really picking up right now, so these archers are really going to be struggling with their bow arm, keeping their pin in the middle, and just executing a strong shot is what they want to do right now. Nine.
And a solid shot from Catalina, pushing the time limit to the very end.
I didn't even see the clock, and I run out the clock when I shoot.
And she got down to a whole, 1 whole second left. That's plenty of time.
Oh yeah, for sure. So now currently Catalina's up 5-3 in this match. Casey needs to win the next match. She cannot tie, otherwise it'll be 6-4 in Catalina's favor. If Casey wins, they will go down to a single arrow shoot-off.
The most stress you can put on an archer, single arrow shoot off for the gold.
Casey's now currently talking to her coach, trying to get her head in the game and shoot 3 strong arrows, 1 arrow at a time.
And also try to figure out this wind. It's been going right to left. Just the only consistency has been it's a tailwind, not even speed or anything.
Scores have been confirmed. We have Casey with a 9-8-7 for a 24, and Catalina X-9-8, 27.
So-
And Catalina at the moment is ahead 5 set points to 3.
Casey will shoot first on this last regulation set, and if they do go to a shoot-off, she will be shooting first in that shoot-off as well. What would you say is the difference between their form right now in shooting in this wind and just shooting in general?
Casey's really trying to keep her timing consistent. Catalina just seems to just be trying to make a good shot even through the wind and making sure that her sight's in the right spot.
Yeah.
Both has its advantages, but tend to see better timing in the long run being the more consistent.
I've talked to
9.
Casey a little bit, and she says timing and rhythm, that's key with all of archery. And right there, she puts one back in the middle, 9. A little bit of shaking there from Catalina. She knows she must at least tie arrow per arrow to win the match. And she does.
9.
Casey now needs to put some pressure.
9.
Right next
Another
to-
9 right there. That's a
next
really good grouping in this wind. Long hold again. She loves those long shots, and
It's a 10-9 liner.
That's a 10-9 liner.
That could decide the match here. If Casey really needs to put a 10.
she did not look happy with that shot. An 8. So all that's needed is an 8 or better for Catalina to clinch the match and become Arizona Cup's recurve woman champion. One up, she gets it off. Oh, and it's an X. That's a champion shot right there.
And that will put an excellent nail into the coffin. Congratulations to both archers, but
All smiles from both archers.
We're
They
just gonna wait for verification.
friends to the end.
We will confirm the
enemies on the
vote
field,
ends
friends
with
after the match is done. Both archers shot phenomenally.
Catalina just wanting to use all the time that she paid for that final arrow.
Catalina with a 28, 24, 28, 27, 28 throughout the match. Super consistent. A 9 average throughout the match.
And that one end was during the bad gusts. And still didn't affect her. She fought through and came back.
Casey also has an amazing arrow average throughout the match. 28, 28, 27, 24, 26. Just didn't line up in her favor this time.
And it is official.
It looks like the score will be 7-3. So since Catalina's over 6 points, she is the winner.
All right, we have it confirmed. Your gold medalist was Catalina Noriega. Your silver medalist, Casey Cockle.
Congrats to all archers who shot the AAE Arizona Cup in 2022.
And congratulations to Catalina on her first USAT victory,
Congratulations.
at least in the senior division. Next up, we'll have our men's recurve match between Brady Ellison and Junsa Oh.
Junso Oh. I've shot on various Youth World Championship teams with him. He's a fantastic archer, and he's going to be making his World Cup debut this year.
Yep, in Korea.
Coming on to our field of play is Junso Oh and Brady Ellison. I'm Trenton Cowles with
Matthew Requa at the 2022 AAE Arizona Cup, first USAT event of the 2022 year.
Coming out to the field right now are the recurve men going for gold medal.
Ladies and
On
gentlemen,
target number 1, Brady Ellison.
gold medal
Target number
match
2,
for
Junso
senior
Oh.
recurve men. On target number 1, Brady Ellison. And on target 2, Junsu Oh.
Both archers getting a round of applause before they start shooting this match.
On target number 1, Brady Ellison.
Brady is being coached by his stepfather Mel, and Junsa is being coached by the AAE gold medalist Catalina.
Catalina Noriega. Sometimes it's nice to have a friend in the box just to help calm you down. And I know his coach is not here right now, but sometimes a friend can just calm you down and get you shooting those consistent shots like you know how to do in practice.
And someone who just won the previous match is also a bonus because she'll know exactly how this win affects the arrows.
Exactly. I think Junso and Catalina actually shot mixed teams together last year at Outdoor Nationals. They got silver there as a team. So they really know how to communicate with each other and judge the win together.
Well, we are now just waiting on the judges to put up a fresh face on target number 2. And then we will start this gold medal match.
Again, both archers are shooting at 70 meters. They're shooting in a set point system, so first archer to 6 points wins. Each archer can get 2 points after 3 arrows have been shot. Whoever has the higher score after 3 arrows will earn those 2 points. If the archers tie after those 3 arrows, they'll each be awarded 1 point each. In the event both archer gets 5 points, the match will come down to a single arrow shoot-off.
Closest to the center of the target.
All right, shooting first on target number 1, Brady Ellison.
Brady's going to want to start off this match strong. Let's see how he does. Quick shot, just low 9. The wind has calmed down from earlier, so a little funky release there from Junso. He kind of gave it a little correction there.
He didn't feel very confident on that last shot.
And it shows down at the target with an 8.
10.
Brady stacks one on top of his first one, though this one's in the 10 ring.
Brady's looking super solid here and super consistent. That's more like Junso's shot. 10. They're only 1 point apart going into this final arrow. Brady can clinch it with a 10.
9.
And just low.
So Junso can tie this set if he shoots another 10. And they will go 1-1 into this match.
Good timing. And
9.
Just out. We'll have to wait for judge verification on that one. But as of now, Brady's going to be leading this match 2-0.
Those liners that are just out is just...
Those sting. They hurt because you know they're a good shot and it's just maybe the wind carried them or something.
Or the arrow flexed at the wrong time. It sucks because you know you made a great shot and you just weren't rewarded for it.
Junso just made collegiate world games trials. He was 3rd place on the team, and he's going to be going to China later this year.
During the 2022 AAA Arizona Cup was also the World University Game Team Trials, in which Team USA was selected. All 3 in each division from who are currently in college.
Junsu, 10-9-8 for 27, so Brady gets the 2 set points.
It is confirmed Brady's up 2-0 in this match. Junso's liner was just out. So that means Junso will actually be shooting first for this upcoming set, since he is trailing in the match. And again, the wind is starting to pick up.
Oh, it makes things exciting.
Would you say Brady is used to these wind conditions because he lives here in Arizona?
I mean, he lives a little farther outside town, but he's probably quite used to these conditions, as this would have been his home field growing up.
So would you say that gives him an advantage going into this match, just based off knowing how the wind works here? Or?
I mean, wind is different every day, but it doesn't hurt.
Junso's got to start off this end with a strong arrow, put pressure on Brady.
Good timing.
And he does. Looks like a 10.
That's what you want to see as your first arrow. A little surprise for Brady.
He wasn't super confident in that shot. You could see in his bow arm. Ooh, bow arm correction there from Junso. Just low.
Could not save it with his bow arm there.
Or maybe he did. Maybe it was going to be worse. So that looked like a great shot from Brady.
Brady's nothing but consistent, and that was a very consistent shot for him.
Wind has died down. Oh, he's thrown that one high. Giving Brady an open window here. Gold will get Brady 2 more points.
9.
And if that 8 stands, Brady will be up in the match
So
4-0.
we're looking at a
That's very
28
advantaged
Brady and
position. All you need is
27
one more good end, and you got
for
2 ends
Junsu.
to give up. So Junso really needs to buckle down and focus and get his shots down and his placements right.
Both of these archers have been seen on various USAT gold medal match stages, so they're both comfortable on the stage here. I don't think that's playing into any nerves here, but both of them want to come out on top for this first USAT event.
Start off the year strong, set up a good pace for the rest of the year.
Scores have been confirmed. So Brady Ellison with his 28 garners the 2 set points. He is now ahead 4 set points to 0 after Junsu shot that 27.
Junso has shot back-to-back 27s, and Brady shot back-to-back 28s. 1 point each end gives Brady the 4-0 lead.
And that is also the downside to the set system is you can lose by 1 point or you can lose by 40 or 30,
30.
and it doesn't matter.
Both systems have their advantage and disadvantage. So
Junso will be shooting first.
he's going to want to start off strong again, just like he did last end. Wind is picking up, though. Strong bow arm.
9.
Right 9, that's a good shot.
How will Brady respond to this 9? And
9.
right 9.
Both had the same read on the wind.
Do you think they overestimated it due to the fact that the wind looks like to be going right to left?
Yeah, just a little bit.
And then Junso made the correction right there, and boom, 10.
It's all about reading the wind and correcting when you need to,
10.
just as Brady does.
So a 10 here from Junso will guarantee him another set, and he will go. We'll have to wait for Brady's response. Oh, a bow correct and a 10.
And he saves it.
So he will be going to set number 4.
Brady's going to answer the question whether it will be 4-2 or 5-1.
And it's going to be 5-1.
All right.
Not the position you want to be in, because
Possible finish for this
it's
match.
now out of your hands. If your opponent shoots a 10-10-10, the match is over, regardless of what you shoot.
Yeah, Junso must win the next 2 sets to force a shoot-off.
Because Junsu has an X-10-9. Pair of 29s, which would make it a 5-1 set score.
I would say 5-1 is one of the hardest scores to come back from.
Yeah, there is zero room for error. Just you have to win. You can't tie.
But if you do come back, then you have all that momentum going into the 1 arrow shoot-off.
That is true. Also, you can give a feeling of, well, I have nothing else to lose. Let's just go for it. And that just a little change in mentality instead of trying to protect something you don't have, to just
Absolutely.
going full out for it will give you the confidence to hopefully win.
And we are confirmed. Our score now stands at 5 set points to 1. Brady Ellison over Junsu Oh.
So Junso O is down currently 5-1. He must start off this end strong. I want to make a comment on their bows. Junso's got like a pink bow with the interior painted white. It's a cool custom color. Brady's rocking his copper bow.
Junso is a big fan of his pink bows. His backup bow is not on stage. It's just a darker shade of pink.
He's got pink fletchings as well, and a pink quiver. And first shot of this set needs to start off with a good arrow. Looks like a correction.
9, just a little low.
What will Brady respond? All Brady has to do is match him arrow per arrow. Ooh,
X.
and an X.
Usually needs to shoot a 10 here to put some pressure on Brady for his last two.
9.
Gives a little bit more of a cushion for Brady as he goes into these last two shots.
It's a long hold for Brady.
9.
And just high out of 10.
Just out. Junso needs a 10 here. 10x.
X.
Almost dead center on that one.
So Brady needs to have one in the gold to be AAE Arizona Cup champion. And a 10 right there.
And his trademark fist pump and grunt as he puts an exclamation point on this win with a 10 when he only needed a 9.
Brady is very excited about that win.
Confirmed. It's looking like Brady has taken the match. The 7-1 with his score of X10-9 for 29 against Junsu, which is X9-9 for 28.
So Brady super consistent. 28, 28, 29, 29. That's how you close out the first USAT win of the season.
Yep. That'll do it. Congratulations to Brady Ellison, our 2022 AAE Arizona Cup champion. And congratulations to Junsa O as our silver medalist here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona.
Congrats to Jackson Mirich as well for third place finish.
He was the one who knocked me out. Couldn't take the gold, but at least he got a medal.
Confirmed. Your gold medalist is Brady Ellison. Silver medalist, Junsu O. And your bronze medalist is Jackson Mirich.
And that's your podium right there.
And now the field crew will be setting up for our 50 meters for our compound, starting with the compound women.
We'll have compound women, then compound men shooting right following them.
We will move into the gold medal match for the compound senior women as soon as the field is reset for their distance at 50 meters.
Howdy, and welcome to the 2022 AAE Arizona Cup. I'm Trenton Cowles here with...
I am Matthew Requa, and we are starting off with the compound women's gold medal match with Paige Pierce versus Tanya Gelantine.
On target number 1, we have Paige Pierce. Target number 2, Tanya Gelantine. And shooting first on target 2 will be Tanya.
Tanya will be shooting first on target 2 with Paige. Our U.S. number 1 is on target 1.
Tanya's last 2 matches have been amazing, 146 and a 147. Paige's has pretty much been the same, 147, 148. So this is going to be a super exciting gold medal match at 50 meters. Ooh, right 9.
Both these shooters are both individual medalists on the World Cup and World Championship stage. So these are some of the top archers in the world.
9.
Both starting off just a little right on that one.
Compound matches are done at 50 meters and are total score. Both archers will shoot 15 arrows, and whoever has the highest score after 15 arrows will be the winner. They'll shoot these arrows, arrow per arrow, 3 arrows an end. That's almost a spider right there. So if it comes down to a shoot-off, they're going to replace the faces.
10.
Now the question is, can Paige remain perfect through the first end?
That'll tie up the match for the first set.
9.
Oh, and just out.
So Tanya leads 29-28 going into this first end. 4 ends of scoring left. In each of their coaches' boxes.
Are there significant others? In Tanya's case, it's her husband, Braden, and in Paige's, it's her fiance. Tate. That's his
Tate
name.
Morgan.
My apologies. I just completely forgot his name.
All right, it looks like our scores have been confirmed.
And scores are official, 28-29 with a 1 point advantage to Tanya.
9-9 for 28.
So they're doing the flip cards down there. Both archers know exactly what they've shot the end before, and they know their total match.
In the compound finals, they are raw score rather than the set system.
Raw score here in compound matches makes it a little more intense, because in recurve you can't have like a bad arrow here or there and just forget about it. Here in compound you need to be perfect every single arrow because they all count.
But that also gives you you cannot just become lazy towards the end as if you have a lead, because you got to continue to shoot just perfect every time.
You have to stay in the match 100%. Starting off this set will be Paige Pierce, because she's currently trailing in the match 28-29. She's going to want to put down a solid start, put the pressure back on Tanya. 10, beautiful shot. And that's going to be answered with, oh, a 9 just out.
It's a 9-10 liner.
As we were saying, those sting the most, because you know it's a good shot and maybe it was carried by the wind, just flexed wrong. Just out.
9.
The wind seems to be picking up in the opposite direction from earlier. Earlier it was a right to left wind.
9.
Now it seems to be a left to right wind. Archers are going to have to find a new spot to aim off.
Nothing worse than just not having consistent wind. Aiming off is easy if you know where to aim.
10.
And that will guarantee at least a tie for Paige.
After 6 arrows, Paige has shot a 57. Tanya, after that
9-10 liner.
9-10 liner, is going to be either at a 57 or 56.
We may have a tie, we may not.
We'll just have to wait for the judges to see.
Those scores.
6 arrow shot. That means there are still 9 arrows left in the match. Plenty of room for both archers to continue shooting amazing. Down there, the arrow pullers. That's Aaron Rickleberry and Sawyer Sullivan. Sawyer just started his senior debut here at the AAE Arizona Cup 2022.
With the bronze medal, I believe.
Bronze medal in eliminations, and he qualified number 1. Number 2 was Mike Slosher. So he's shooting against the best in the world here.
And he's holding his own.
So I see here that both archers currently have scopes on the line. Is that something you usually see in a gold medal match?
Usually not, but in the matches where they don't have any sort of aid to help you see where your arrows landed, it's not uncommon because the archers want to get fine-tuned where millimeters, as we see with Tanya's.
Everything matters.
Everything matters.
So yeah, in some gold medal matches, they'll have some TVs or they're going to have a large screen that displays where arrows are. Here, we currently do not have that, so they have elected to use a scope instead.
Cumulative of 57. Tanya had a 10.99 for 28. Cumulative 57. We have a tie.
It looks like Tanya's did actually catch the line, so they will be tied 57-57 after just 6 arrows.
Shooting first will be Tanya on lane 2.
We go back, since the score is tied, we will be going back to the original shooting order with Tanya shooting first.
And look, the wind died down while they were pulling the arrows, and it's picking back up for when they're shooting. Isn't that just their luck? Again, just low, a 9.
Paige with the liner on the right, being called a 10.
We'll have to see that when the judges go down to the target.
9.
Right on top of her other one. She just seems to be a tad bit low.
See if Paige can capitalize on that 9.
10.
And she does.
It's giving herself a 2-point cushion after 8 arrows. Another 9.
A little quick on that one from Tanya.
Her timing doesn't seem to be as consistent as
we normally see of her.
Do you think that could be because of the wind? She's trying to get some of her shots off quicker.
It's probably due to the wind and just her bubble, her target, her pin just lands on the 10 ring and she might have a tendency to punch it, which is not something you want to do.
Okay. So Paige, if hers is a 30, then she'll have a 3-point lead after 9 arrows. 6 arrows left in the match.
And it was downgraded to a 29, so Paige has a 2-point lead going into end number 4.
86-84, a very close match. Tanya will be starting the next set as she is trailing in the match. You can see the windsock shifting now. There's that flag that's by target number 1. They're really blowing left to right now.
86 to Tanya's 84. And as with all prior matches, this will go to 5 ends. High score will win. Unless they are tied, then they will go to a single arrow sudden death shoot-off.
2 points to catch up in 2 ends.
Easily doable.
Especially in wind like this. One can get caught by the wind, blown out. You just need to be super consistent with every single one of your shots. And both these archers are some of the best in the world.
10.
The liner 10, putting some pressure on Paige.
A 9. So 10 arrows in, they're 1 point apart. Tanya here shooting her 11th arrow. 9.
Paige can regain her 2-point lead here.
With a 10. X.
And does.
There you go. After 11 arrows, 2-point difference between Paige and Tanya.
10.
10. Pressure's back on Paige. X follows it up suit. 29 apiece for both of these archers.
The judges confirmed the score that will give Paige a 2-point lead with a 115 versus 113 over Tanya of Denmark.
12 arrows have been shot, a maximum score of 120. Paige Pierce has only dropped 5 points. Tanya has only dropped 7. They're only 2 points apart, and 3 more arrows left of this match.
2 points might seem a lot, but in these wins and with this pressure, one mistake, and it could easily end in a tie or even a Tanya winning.
If you just misjudge the wind a little bit and you're just out, then there could be huge swings here.
Paige is ahead by 2 points, 115 to Tanya's 113.
But it always gives you confidence when you lead going into that last end, because you just need to keep making your same shots. Tanya, heading into the final end, will be shooting first as she is the trailing archer.
Shooting first on target 2, Tanya.
And she's going to be looking to put a solid first arrow into the target.
She has to put the pressure on. Try to force a mistake out of Paige.
Wind's picking up. Ooh, a 9. So Paige, if she just matches arrow per arrow, will win, as she still has that 2-point advantage. And an X.
All Paige now has to do is hit gold for remaining 2 shots, though knowing her, she would like to shoot some 10s.
10.
And a 10 from Tanya.
Tanya now trails by 3 points after 13 arrows. And she shot 14, so Paige has got an unusually long hold. An 8. So Tanya has regained one of those points.
So now it's a 1-point difference going to the final arrow.
A 10?
Both those will have to be checked by the judges, but from here they look in.
So if Paige has a 10, she will be the winner.
If it's a 9, it will go to a shoot-off.
And it's a 9.
Ooh.
It'll come down to the judge's call, but from here it looks like we're going to go to a 1-arrow shoot-off.
All right. We just need to hear from the scorers and to make sure this is all correct.
A 142 for both archers out of 150.
1-arrow shoot-off.
Both archers only dropping 8 points.
In this win, that's pretty impressive.
That is very impressive at 50 meters under these conditions.
We're waiting for the judge's signal.
And due to Paige's earlier shot, I think they're going to have to replace faces.
Judges are taking their time.
Both archers are now getting back up to the line, so I do think it's confirmed that we will be going to a 1-arrow shoot-off.
And there it is. The judge has confirmed that it is a tie.
We are tied at 142 for each archer.
A singular arrow, all pressure, this whole tournament is going to be decided by this 1 arrow.
But no pressure.
None at all, none at all. They've done this, what, 100,000 times?
But usually not for this stakes.
Oh, absolutely not.
You can see the 142 for each archer. The judges will put up brand new target faces for this 1-arrow shoot-off.
One more arrow is to be shot by the compound women to decide the 2022 AAE Arizona Cup Compound Woman Champion. looking at their scores end per end, Paige Pierce has shot a 28, 29, 29, 29, 27 for a 142. And Tanya shot a 29, 28, 27, 29, 29. Both shooting the same end scores, just in a different order.
Even with the amount of experience these ladies have, nerves can still get you.
Nerves and the conditions.
And
these are not easy conditions.
And with the wind, it just amplifies any mistake that you make.
Absolutely. You need to have strong shots every single arrow. Tanya will shoot first in this single arrow shoot-off. 20 seconds on the clock. Everything comes down to this one arrow. It's a quick shot, and it's a 10. Paige is looking to get an arrow closer than Tanya's 10.
And she does.
And she does. Both archers shooting 10s, shooting perfect scores. Now it's coming down to a measure.
From here it looks like Paige, but the judges will be the judge.
Yeah. If the judges can tell by their eyes, they will signal the winner, which looks like they are. Paige Pierce is our 2022 AAE Arizona Cup Compound Woman Champion. Did they just make an announcement error?
I think they announced the wrong winner. But Paige Pierce is our winner, with Tanya Gillantine being our silver medalist, as she does not go home empty-handed.
And it looks like Danielle Lutz is third place.
We'll be seeing from Jimmy Lutz here in the next match as we move on to our men's compound gold medal match here at the 2022 AAE Arizona Cup.
Gentlemen, we are now going to be doing our compound.
They walked out to the fields.
Welcome to the 2022 AAE Arizona Cup Men's Compound Gold Medal Match. I'm Matthew Requa.
And I'm Trenton Cowles. And here on the stage for the gold medal, we've got Louis Price and Jimmy Lutz.
Shooting first on target 1, Louis Price.
Louis Price will be shooting on target 1, and he's going to be shooting first. Again, both archers here are shooting 50 meters. That is the distance for compound archers. They will not be doing set system. They will do cumulative scoring, so each archer will shoot 15 arrows. The archer with the highest score after 15 arrows will be crowned the AAE Arizona Cup champion. first arrow here. 10. That's the way to start off a match. X, excuse me.
Only matters for world records in individual match play.
Followed up by another X, though.
And a 10.
10. Louis' last couple matches have been a 148 out of 150, 147, and 148. James's last couple matches have been 149, 149, 147. So this is looking to be a really good match.
The perfect score from Louis.
10, 10, 10. 30 points out of a maximum 30 points after 3 arrows. And that is a group.
I think all 3 of those arrows might be touching.
X, X, X.
Gentlemen are shooting rather well.
Perfect from both archers for the first end.
Neither archer has dropped a single point in our compound men gold medal final.
Compounds are shooting 50 meters on an 80 centimeter face.
Actually, only one archer has dropped an X.
That's true. Jimmy is trying to put in for that new world record.
How many X's is needed to beat that world record?
I think it's the current world record is 12 X's, so a 13X will need. So only 2 X's can be dropped.
2 X's out of 15, and you have to stay perfect the entire match.
Though a world record would be nice, I think they're just looking for the win here. I don't think they're trying to set the record at the moment.
With these conditions, extremely windy, and the nerves of a gold medal match,
Be even more impressive, but
absolutely. But both do start off strong, 30 apiece. Both archers shooting clean. We will revert to the original shooting order as they're both currently tied.
Target 1 will begin shooting for this end.
The wind is still consistent left to right. How will this affect these archers? Ten. A game of perfection.
another X from Jimmy.
He is dialed in. Long hold, lots of wind, just low 9. Wind's picking up. Oh, that's a bow throw and a 10.
But he saves it.
He is still clean. Only 1 point differentiates these two archers after 5 arrows. And another 9 from Louis. Not going to be happy with that end, but there's still tons of arrows left to recover.
X.
And Jimmy with his 5th X of this match.
6 arrows for Jimmy, 5 X's, 110.
Right now it's Louis.
Perfect score.
Has a 28
Not too shabby.
and
Not shabby at all.
As a recurve archer, I'll take that all day.
point
Mhm.
advantage.
I think you'll take that all day as a compound too.
Yeah.
Both archers here look super relaxed. They're in their zone. They're both shooting amazing for these conditions.
Just trying to stay relaxed and trying to keep the nerves from getting to you is the whole goal here. And
Shooting 1 arrow at a time.
Yep. Don't focus on the last one. Focus on the current one.
It is confirmed. Jimmy Lutz has a 2-point edge with a 60 to Louis' 58.
So Louis currently has a 58 to James's 60. So since he's trailing in the match, he will be starting first. He's been starting first all match. So he's going to be looking to shoot a strong arrow to start off this next set.
First up on this end will be Louis on target 1.
Needs to put the pressure on to see if he can get Jimmy to blink and make a mistake.
Oh, the wind has just died down. X.
And he takes advantage.
And a 9. He does not seem to be happy with that shot, shaking his head there. Now the match is only 1 point apart. Another 9 from Louis. So Jimmy can continue his 2-point lead with a 10. And that's an X. X.
And another X, giving him a 29 for the end.
Another 10. Jimmy's going to continue to have his 2-point advantage after 9 arrows.
Out of 18 total arrows, these archers have dropped 4 points.
I can say it looks like we have a tie end with both archers shooting 29s.
Are you talking about combined?
Combined.
Absolutely.
4 points drop between these two archers is very impressive, especially with the wind and the gusts here. You're clearly seeing the highest level that archery has in the compound sport.
Both archers here talking to each other, chit-chatting. They both seem really relaxed, and they seem like they've done this a time or two before.
Yeah. The amount of competition that these two archers have under the belts, they've gotten to know each other. It's kind of hard when you're spend 10 or so weekends a year competing against each other not to at least say hi.
That is true. Competitors on the field, friends off the field. Both previously just shot 29s. 2-point deficit for Louis as he's looking to have a strong shot into this 4th end of the match. X.
Continues to put the pressure on Jimmy.
Jimmy has control of this match. And a 9. Same spot as that other 9 too. I wonder if it's just a misjudgment of the wind. X on top of that one.
10.
Louis getting into a good rhythm.
It looks like it just caught the line at 10. These matches can go back and forth like with the blink of an eye. 10, 10, 10. Perfect score.
XXX. Jimmy can maintain his lead here with a 10.
That'll put this match at 1 point apart, and his bone did not happy with that shot.
9-8 liner.
He tried to save it. He knew it was going left.
We'll have to wait on the judge's confirmation if that's a 9 or an 8.
Officials have to say about our scores once they confirm.
Might have our first lead change of the match with possible Louis
Up by 1.
up by 1 or a tie score.
Currently it shows tie score. If Jimmy's is demoted to an 8, that means he will be starting the 5th end first. as he will be the trailing archer. Waiting on judge confirmation. And it looks like it's X10, 10, 30 for Louis and 10, 9, 9 for Jimmy. So it'll be a tie match going into the final set.
3 arrows to decide the gold medal here at the 2022 AAE Arizona Cup.
We have confirmation. Louis had that 30 and Jimmy had a 28. We are now tied 117 each.
Each archer has only dropped 3 points after 12 arrows. 117 out of 120. Phenomenal shooting for these windy conditions. You can see the flags blowing around. There's a windsock over there on the right side.
We will be shooting first for the last end.
Long hold. 9, just right. That one looks like it was carried by the wind a little bit.
Quick shot.
X.
And X.
So now there is a 1 point difference between the two archers. 2 arrows left. It all comes down to these final arrows. 10.
10. Putting the pressure back on Jimmy here.
Jimmy needs a 10 to maintain his lead. Or they will be tied, or he'll be down going to the 9. Tied into the final arrow, the 15th arrow. Long hold. And a 9 just out. So it's on Jimmy.
Jimmy just needs a 10 to win.
A 10 to win, 9 for a shoot-off. 10, and that is the match right there. Gold for James Lutz in the compound men division at the 2022 AAE Arizona Cup.
Congratulations to both archers, with Louis Price taking the silver medal and Jimmy Lutz, your AAE Arizona Cup champion for 2022.
Congratulations to all the archers.
With Sawyer Sullivan taking the bronze medal match earlier today.
On his senior debut.
I expect we'll see more of them here in the on the podium.
Excited for the rest of the year.
Yep, and it has been 100% confirmed by the judges. Jimmy Lutz is your winner.
146 out of 150 to a 145 from Louis. Gold medal to Jimmy Lutz.
And it seems that the awards will be done at the awards plaza. So if you'd like to, as soon as everything is confirmed, they will roll right into the awards ceremony. So please join us by moving back to the awards plaza.
Barebow. No? Barebow?